Here we have an explanation text. So this means it explains something. An explanation text is a non-fiction piece of writing. Okay, now non-fiction is something that's true, it's factual, and it's real information. And it usually explains the process of doing something or specific features about a certain thing. If we look at the features and the layout of this piece of text, we know that the title is at the top because it's bold and it stands out to us. Now the title is all about paint. So that tells us this piece of text is going to explain to us the process or the features of paint. So think about your prior knowledge. What do you already know about paint? How is it used? Where is it used? When is it used? And why is it used? Okay, underneath the title, we have a short introduction, and that will introduce us to the subject of paint. If we look at the layout features, this text is made up of subheadings. Okay, we have subheadings because they organize our information. The first subheading is what is paint? So that means this group of sentences here will explain to us exactly what paint is. Then the next subheading is how are paints made? So this will tell us the process, the instructions and details of how paint is made and created. Over here, we have a subheading, did you know? So these will be, did you know, they're facts. It will be information that will teach us something new. So we know that this text is made up of subheadings. There are also pictures to give us more detail. Okay, and underneath the pictures there's a little explanation to tell us what's happening in that picture. Okay, so those are the main layout features of what we see. Today we are going to read through the first paragraph together, and then you are going to read the rest of the text independently. Then you're going to look at the different features that are used in the sentences, and you're going to take one part of the text, the introduction, and you're going to see if you can story map it, just like we always do with our pieces of text. So I'm going to read to you the introduction. All about paint. If you don't like it, paint over it. It's certainly true that paint has the power to change things. You can brighten up a room with a colourful picture in much the same way that you can make your house look more attractive with a fresh coat of paint. This is probably why we think of painting as a kind of alchemy, a way of using chemicals to change something we don't like into something we do. But have you ever stopped to think what paint is or how it works, what chemicals it contains and what they actually do? Let's take a closer look. Okay, so we know from reading that introduction that this text is going to be all about paint. Now in these sentences here, I can see that we have brackets, use of brackets. Remember, brackets are used in a sentence to add in extra information, like a whisper into the reader's ear. Okay, if there are any words in there that you're not sure what they mean, then just write me a message on Seesaw and I will tell you. Okay, where it says here a coat of paint, that just means one layer of paint. If you paint something once, that's one coat, and that means you give one layer to it. Okay, your task now is to take this introduction and to see if you can story map it into your own words using diagrams. Okay, so we could do the first sentence together. If you don't like it, paint over it. So you need to come up with a symbol to think if you don't like it and then paint over it. So you could use a paintbrush, okay, for that. So you could draw a paintbrush. It's your chance to be creative. Enjoy, have fun, and I can't wait to see what you've created.